traditionally, where do we go?
To the
I can't see where you're pointing to anymore, so yeah, back to the ear. So we're going to the ear. Now, you know how we have the 3 points in front of the ear? TS gallbladder, TSB. So
you can explain that. What TSB?
So it's just like a little mnemonic almost to help you remember. Okay. So T, triple heater. S, small intestine in front of the tragus.
Okay.
And B, gall bladder.
Okay.
Just below the small intestine point. And each of them are kind of like quite specific little dimples. So hopefully we can feel them quite clearly. So so 23 down to in front of the ear. So that's the highest most point of those 3. And then we go around the ear, keeping close to the ear. So almost like the fingertips are kind of just touching the ear as we go round. Round to 17. 17 just between the mastoid process and the corner of the jaw. Yep, so it's, you can really just kind of get your finger or thumb in there and no more. It's just a wee notch. And then we head back behind the SCM. And we head round towards big bone, but not touching, just towards there. Then round the back of trapezius. So gallbladder on top. What's in front? Gallbladder on top, something in front, and triple heater behind. What's coming round the front of the trapezius? Large intestine. So we go large intestine, gallbladder on top, triple heater, round the back. Coming round to what in here? Lovely, 14, triple heater 14, great. So triple heater 14, and that is in the posterior dimple of the deltoid. So you can kind of wiggle around till you find that. And then coming down the arm to the hollow above the olecranon, triple heater 10. And then up in between the radius and the ulna. Don't forget triple heater 5, too soon, or 3 fingers width. Proximal from the wrist crease in between the radius and ulna. Triple heater 4 on the wrist crease itself. And then heading down to triple heater 1, which is just on the ulnar side of the ring finger. So the side that's nearest the pinky. And I always think the fire meridians, they all want to be together. So traditionally, triple heater is beside small intestine and heart on the pinky. Yeah? So we're quite happy with traditional triple heater? Okay, let's mix it up a little bit now then. So Masanagas is by and large the same. Wee slight tweaks here and there. So in the head, yep, triple heater 23. Lovely. Go to the point above just in front of the ear, above the 3, so the uppermost of the 3.
Is it okay if you do it on that side?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was just, because the thing there. No, I did the other one on that side, so I'll do that on that side. So, triple heater 23, and then to the point just above above the tragus, so the kind of upper point of the 3. Now, instead of going round the ear, Masanaga goes down in front of the ear. So you're catching all those points. Quite nice from an ear infection kind of point of view, because lovely, lovely, lovely. So round into.
So you basically go over small intestine and.
Yeah, you go right down through those. Okay, and head round to triple heater 17. Keep going round, so kind of in between triple heater and gallbladder. Now, you know when you do gallbladder, you do a zigzag, yeah? So triple heater is going to go up and kind of in between the 2 lines of gallbladder in the head. Okay, you with me there? So that's the wee diversion that Masanaga takes. We come back down, we head round to big bone, all the same as traditional, round to big bone, back of the trapezius, same as traditional, down the arm, all same as traditional, but on the ring finger, triple heater gets pushed to the other side. Okay, so that's the only difference on the arm. Triple heater goes to the side of the middle finger.
Away from the fire.
Away from the fire.
Because of stomach.
Exactly, because the stomach is so fat and it pushes triple heater over onto the other side of the finger. So it goes on to the other side. Very good. Justine answered my question that I had kind of mulling there. I was like, and why am I to do that? So that's good. Now, the rest of the body comes from triple heater 14 in the shoulder, and we go down the kind of side of the back, if that makes sense. Remember large intestine, we did the box corner thing, yeah? We do the same for triple heater, but it's the back, okay? So we have large intestine and triple heater going either side of gallbladder, triple heater being the one at the back, okay? What did large intestine do when we got to here? It crossed, and that's what these two meridians do. They go either side of gallbladder, and then they cross. Large intestine goes behind, triple heater comes round over the tensor fascia lata, and then on the edge of vastus lateralis, so the edge of that cord, okay? Keeps going down to the third toe, okay? So, that's us kind of tracing it out. Let's see that in practice, okay? Thank you so much, Katrina. You're so patient. Okay. So if I was treating triple heater and a diagnosis, I'm sitting here, I had a diagnosis, triple heater has come up. I'm only going to show Zen, okay? So we're just doing Zen. Triple heater's come up. How would I work that? What will I begin with? Okay, so I don't like just starting work on the arm. Yesterday you did heart governor. Heart governor came up the chest. Heart governor's triple heater's pair. I use that. To get me to the arm. When we did seated, we put the arm across the body. Remember that?
Okay.
Okay, so same thing, same stretch position doesn't change. We can have the mother, I like to have my mother hand at the elbow. You can have it maybe over the bow point for a heart governor. So from there, we're going to work triple heater, from triple heater 14 to the end of the Zen extension, which is the ring finger closest to the middle finger. So I just kind of use side of hand to do hamming. My personal preference is not to work the arm over the stomach, so I would only work kind of 14 to 10. Some people do, and that's fine, they just really consciously extend their key and, you know, kind of work like that. I just don't like to put any pressure over the stomach. Okay. So from 14, using fingertips, into 10. Okay. From there, I just bring the hand out to the side. Hand on hara, hand at the shoulder. I continue to palm. And then I do some thumbing in between the radius and the ulna. And although Masanaga doesn't use points, it's still nice to be aware. Triple heater 5, 4. We don't quite make one because we switch over on the finger. Okay. So then I would probably do a stretch to get me over. I would do the other arm, and then I would come up and work the head. Okay. just turning the head to the side so we can have a look. Triple heater 23. Fingertips to the point, the uppermost point of the three. Coming down in front of the ear. Round the back to triple heater 17. So between the mastoid process and the corner of the jaw, just below the earlobe. And then from there, we're aiming to be between bladder and gallbladder, right on the side. We want to be in between those two, okay? We're kind of like just on the edge of the trapezius muscle, if that makes sense. Kind of if you know your kind of anatomy of trapezius. So from 17, straight back over the SCM, heading round towards the edge of trapezius, in between bladder and gallbladder, heading round to big bone, and then along the back.
Is it CB3?
No, big bone is the name of the point between C7 and between T7 and C1. It's governing vessel 14. So I'm just using fingertips.
T7 and C1.
Yeah, the space between T7 and C1. No, so C7 and T1. Yeah, sorry, the wrong way round. I'm just taking that round to triple heater 14. So I'll do the same on the other side, just so you can see and so that Katrina gets her neck worked kind of evenly.
Was there a bit that came over the head?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll show that on this side. I was just so busy going that way. Right, okay, so from, my thinking was no one's going to be able to see because that's where the window is. So from here, triple heater, 23. The uppermost point, down in front of the ear, round to 17. And what we do is we take that back a little and come up over the head. So if we think about, we have gallbladder coming from 12 to 14 and then back, triple heaters coming in that space in between those lines.
Can you do it again? The 12.
So 12 just behind the mastoid process, right? That's gallbladder 12. Okay. That goes round to gallbladder 14. Okay, and then 14 goes round to gallbladder 21. And that space that's between those lines is where the branch of triple heater comes up into the head.
So can you just work from the eyebrow again? So it goes down the front of the
So
ear.
eyebrow, ear, down the bottom of the ear, up into the head, down, and towards big bone.
Can I ask, because I'm thinking that I saw in Carolla's book that sort of extra branch that comes up into the head joins the eyebrow again. Is that right?
Not to my knowledge, but I've got Carola's book with me, so I'll check.
Okay.
And she might have a kind of faint dotted line. Sometimes the meridians just vaguely
End.
differ just very slightly. I'm not aware of that particular
For some
kind
reason
of
I've just got
branch,
in my head that it's.
but I'll
from
check it. But I usually
two.
just take it up within that kind of line between gallbladder and then back down.
Back down the same way. No.
Back down the same way, so it's the same line. It's not like gallbladder that's two separate lines.
Okay.
It's just the one line in between.
So it's between gallbladder 12 and gallbladder 21. 20.
Yeah, and that will become clear. That whole kind of part there in the head will become clearer when you do the Zen gallbladder, because he simplifies that kind of zigzag. So you'll be pleased to hear that. You'll be pleased to hear that. So that will make a little bit more sense.
When it comes back down, does it follow over itself?
Yes. It's not two different lines. It takes the same path. So to draw that again, 23 in front of the ear, down, up, down, same path, and then down the back towards big bone, and out across the shoulder towards triple heater 14. Okay? Yep. So just some minor changes there in the head and in the arm. So would you like to see the extension in the leg as well while we're here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, let's do that then. So, from triple heater 14, it comes down the back, but in a treatment we're going to use different positions anyway, so it's very rare that I would try and work that with fingertips in this position. I would probably catch it when the person's in side position or back. So we'll just pick it up from where it would cross over at the hip. So picking it up with the side of hand through the tensor fascia lata, and then coming down the edge of vastus lateralis. So the two meridians that it's between in the leg are stomach and gallbladder. Now some people, and Katrina is doing this very nicely just to facilitate me, I'm sure, their legs kind of tilt off out the way. So what that does is it kind of rolls the meridian down and makes it difficult for us to access it. So I quite like to work triple heater in the leg with my knee supporting their knee and just turning the foot like so, just so that triple heater is now here. And sometimes for some people I work stomach like that too, if their feet are very kind of out to the side.
Could you work that with your knee?
What you mean, like using
it's
your
on
knee on the
full.
meridian?
Yeah.
Because it's on the front, I wouldn't tend to. The ones we work with our knee, we tend to work because they're underneath,
Okay.
or on the side. But because triple heater is more this way, I wouldn't work. I would just, because it's accessible with the palm of the hand and the fingertips, I wouldn't work it with my knee. I suppose you could, but I wouldn't know how to do that. Sorry. You could ask Elaine or Tamsin. I'm sure they would be able to show you.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the gallbladder we worked with. Is that right?
Yeah, gallbladder, anything from gallbladder around to the back, you can use the knee. So gallbladder, you would have
I'm
large.
I'm not talking about Zen traditional
Alright.
meridian. Last year I'm sure we did that side because
Well, traditionally, you don't have large intestine in the leg, but
I know.
gallbladder traditional.
yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
gallbladder.
Yep, you can work
traditional last
gallbladder
year.
traditionally,
Yeah.
but triple heater is a
That's
little bit more round than gallbladder. So round over the tensor fascia lata, and I always kind of pick it up from, kind of from the back and round. I think that's a very useful area to work in people. Hips get very stiff, very stuck. It's good to pay attention.
Does
there.
it go just above the iliac crest?
Yeah,
Just in the
so
front.
just above the iliac crest, it kind of comes down, and at the iliac crest, it starts crossing, and coming down over.
So does it stay underneath your hip bone?
It comes to underneath your hip bone,
Comes
so
underneath and
it
then
starts crossing and then comes underneath.
okay.
And it's between stomach and...
Gallbladder.
Is there anything else between stomach and gallbladder?
No.
Great.
So,
Never know.
so we have stomach here, kind of on the top, but just off to the side, right? And then we have gallbladder right on the side. So triple heater, we have quite a bit of a luxury on the leg because some of the meridians are really squashed. So triple heater, we have in here. Okay, so stomach, triple heater, gallbladder. We have a reasonable amount of space. It's not like lung and bladder, very close. You know, some of them can be a very, very slight angle. But no, I would say that this is kind of maybe more reasonable space-wise. So just palming, and then I tend to use fingertips for the upper part, because that can be tight, but also it's to use your thumb is a bit. You're kind of crossing over your hara a little bit to get there. So fingertips tend to be easier, and then into thumb.
You've tilted the knee slightly inwards, is that?
Yeah.
On the lower legs, what does it go exactly?
Still between stomach and gallbladder. So gallbladder right on the side. Gallbladder usually feels very tight, very like pull out. Stomach. So stomach 36. We have 1 finger width out from the crest of the tibia. So stomach is running about here, and triple heater just behind that. We come down in front of the ankle and head towards the third toe.
Where does it go at the ankle?
Just in front. So kind of again between stomach and gallbladder. So okay, the ankle, we don't have much space. Just be very, conscious that we are working on protection. Triple heater, not the other meridians. Protection.
You say third toes, like the middle toes.
The third toe. Yeah, so like big toe, second toe, third toe.
Okay.
Well, so some people say it's closely linked to the stomach, so it's near the stomach, and some people say it's linked to the gallbladder more and the lesser yang channel more, and because of that it's near gallbladder. So I could say it's where you find it. You could weigh up those two options, that it can be linked with the stomach, it can be linked with the gallbladder and the lesser yang organs. I tend to go down kind of the middle. Your thumb is big enough usually to press both by the time it gets to the end. And then again, maybe depending on other meridians that come up, you might choose to go closer to one than the other. But I've seen it marked down as both. So. On your sheets, it goes to the gallbladder side, to the lateral side. Okay, so that was triple heater in the arm and head, Zen, and in the leg, all in supine. Do we want to give that a wee go? I'll hand out your sheets. Do you have your sheets already for location? No, I'll hand them out now. And we'll just run through that, yeah?